Okay, we are on journal page 249. This is our last lesson of Unit 7. Keep up the great work. This says solve. You may use counters and draw pictures to help. Number 1 says two people share a collection. That's the word we just found out. So this is a whole, but the whole has more than one piece. Okay, so two people, keyword two people share a collection of 8 pennies equally. So we know 8 pennies is our total or our whole or our collection. How many pennies does each person get? So blank pennies. What fractions of the pennies in the collection does each person get? The fraction of the pennies. Well, let's see. I'm going to draw my box for 2 people. So here's one person and here's person number 2. So person 1, person 2, and I need to divide 8 pennies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I divided them equally. I could have also just taken 8 and cut it in half, and I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. So how many pennies does each person get? Well, my tally stands for pennies, so they each get 4 pennies. Person 1 gets 4 pennies, and person 2 gets 4 pennies. Amazing. Well, now it says write a fraction of the pennies in the collection. Oh, what fraction of the pennies in the collection does each person get? Well, our total was 8 pennies. So all together we have 8 pennies, but we broke it up into 2 parts. So we broke our whole into halves. So right now we have 2, so our denominator is 2 because that's what we split our whole into. How many do they each get? Well, person 1 only gets 1 of the parts we split. So they get 1/2. Person 1 gets this half, person 2 gets this half of our 8 equal pennies. Amazing. Number 2 says 5 people share a collection. There's our vocab word again, our whole. They share a total of 15 pennies equally. Okay, 15 pennies equally. How many pennies does each person get? Blank pennies. Now it says write fractions of the pennies, and oh my goodness, what fraction of the pennies in the collection does each person get? Well, again, I'm going to start off by drawing 4 equal ones, and I might go like this. Do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, person 5. Okay. I'm just gonna put my total into equal groups. So 5 people, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna keep counting up till I get to my total. 15, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, how many pennies does each person get? There's 5 people. They just split 15 pennies equally. Each person gets 1, 2, 3 pennies. If I were to write a number sentence for this, I would say 15 divided into 5 equal groups is 3, and that would make sense since we had 3 pennies in each. Now it says, what fractions of pennies in the collection does each person get? Okay, this is our total. All together we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 pennies. So this is our whole, and we split it into 5 groups. Well, person 1 is only going to get these 3 pennies. So out of the 5 total groups it was split into, each person gets 1/5 because they get 1 part of the 5 people we split it into. They get 3 pennies total, but now they have 1/5 of the total amount of pennies. Ooh, that's a tough one. Great job following along. You should have all of this written down. Number 3 says, there are 12 eggs in a carton. 12 eggs, okay, that's our total. After the carton is dropped, 7 of the eggs are, oh no, they are cracked. What fraction of the eggs in the carton did not crack? Well, let's see. Maybe I do circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll double that because 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay, maybe you're drawing this down too if it's gonna help you. And we are like, oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 12 eggs cracked. Oh boy. Okay. So what fraction of the eggs in the carton did not crack? Well, how many eggs do we have left that aren't cracked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs out of 12 total are not cracked. Well, you guys, we know this is our whole, right? This is our whole. This is our collection. 12 eggs make a whole. If I were to write 12 as a fraction, 12 over 12, we know that is equal to 1 or to a whole. But we just dropped 7 out of 12 eggs. Well, we know our denominator always has to stay the same. So if I subtract 7 from 12, take away 7, I have 5 left out of my 12. Because remember, the bottom has to stay the same because that's my whole. So now I have 5 twelfths that are not cracked. Look, 5 twelfths. Amazing. Okay, number 4. Julia and Amanda each have 8 pencils. 3/8 of Julia's pencils are blue, and 5/8 of Amanda's pencils are blue. Who has more blue pencils? Maybe you can already figure this out without drawing a picture, but I have Amanda on this, or I have Julie on this side, and I have Amanda on this side, and they each have some pencils. Julie has 3 pencils that are blue, and Amanda has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, what should I have done? I should have maybe crossed it for tallies. There we go. Okay. And out of 8, so 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Together that's 8, and 1, 2, 3 more because I had 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. They each have 8 pencils, but just looking at our tallies, who has more blue ones? Amanda does. But without even drawing a picture, we should have known, because if both of them have 8 pencils total, and Julie has only 3 parts that are blue, well, Amanda has 5 parts that are blue, and 5 is greater than 3. Okay, you guys did amazing. Now I'm going to need you to go on to Math Boxes, page 250. Keep up the amazing work.